Let's now shift our focus to some more news coming in. In a deeply disturbing incident in Ireland, a 6-year-old Indian origin girl was the latest victim of a brutal racist assault. The attack took place last Monday evening in Waterford City while the child was playing outside of her home. A group of older children aged between 8 and 14 reportedly hurled racial slurs at her, calling her dirty and asking her to go back to India before physically assaulting her. Her mother, an Indian nurse recently granted Irish citizenship, says that the child is now traumatized and afraid to go outside. The victim's mother said that the attackers punched her daughter in the face, hit her private parts with a bicycle, punched her on the neck and twisted her hair. Despite a formal police complaint, the family says that Irish authorities have not yet officially recorded the case as a hate crime. Meanwhile, the Gardaí confirmed that they received a report of an alleged assault in the Kilbarry area of Waterford City on the evening of August 4th and said that investigations are underway. But this isn't a one-off, viewers. This was not the first racist attack on a person of Indian origin in Ireland. In another shocking case, an Indian origin man named Lakhveer Singh was assaulted in Ballymun, a suburb of Dublin. The country is still reeling from recent attacks in Dublin's Tallaght and Clondalkin areas. In view of increasing racial attacks, the Indian embassy in Dublin also issued a statement warning Indian citizens to be careful in the country. The spate of attacks is now triggering fear and outrage across the Indian diaspora in Ireland, with many questioning how deep the racism runs and whether enough is being done to protect migrant communities. I have with me Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev, former diplomat, and Brinda Dige, who is an activist, joining me on the broadcast as we take a look at this disturbing incident in Ireland. I would of course firstly like to ask Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev, sir, spate of racist attacks that we've been witnessing, multiple of them reported in Ireland alone. In fact, what does this speak about the situation that the Indian diaspora firstly finds itself in, and also a very interesting point which we just saw, where the officials have refused to register this as a hate crime. So, what can be done with regards to that as well?
Thank you for having me, although the issue is quite grim and it's indicative of the challenges that Indian diaspora in Western Europe faces, particularly at the current times. Current times are marked by 2 or 3 trends. Firstly, the rise of right wing in Western Europe. Right wing or extreme right wing have taken hold of the public opinion and in many cases the political reins of many countries. And that by definition, these right-wingers are exclusivist. They don't want immigrants, particularly of Islamic kind, and they're willing to go any distance. Social media is full of all sort of canards about immigrants and conspiracy theories and rest of it. That is one trend. Another trend is economic decline of Western Europe. West Europe has seen economic challenges, and even the powerhouse Germany is technically under recession, having GDP having contracted for 2 consecutive quarters. So these 2 trends combined generate xenophobia and jealousy Ireland, which owes its prosperity uh, in the recent decades to immigrants, particularly from India, which made it a base for service economy, in data sciences in particular, uh, has seen a rise of this kind of mentality, particularly among the working class, their lower middle class, uh, who have seen job losses, who have seen foreigners, particularly from India, coming and making it big in their own country while they struggle. This is what their perception is. And this has led to violence against immigrants, gangs marauding Indians for no rhyme or reason, and authorities becoming more inured to such behavior. I think there is a limit to what Indian diplomacy can do, because in many cases, these are foreign nationals. They've acquired Irish nationality, and therefore they are subject to Irish legal system, the police, etc., etc. They're no longer India's responsibility. We do have ethnic and cultural ties to go on with and talk about racism, talk about xenophobia with the local authorities, but who could easily turn around and say that now that they are Irish citizens, you have no locus standi. So we have to be careful. We need to alert our ethnic groups, their associations. We need also to talk of soft power, mention the positive contributions Indians have made. It's not too long ago that Leo Varadkar, an Indian immigrant doctor, was the Prime Minister of Ireland from 2017 to 2020, and he was well received and well accepted. But times have evolved since, and the situation as far as race amity, absorption of foreigners, etc. is concerned, that has deteriorated. It's a challenge. Eventually, things would settle down, but for the short and medium term, till the economy improves, till the right-wing tide abates, one has to hunker down and devise strategy to survive the term. Thank you.
Well, of course, I also have activist Brinda Dige with me on the broadcast.